Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hotkeys podcast. This is a show where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world. I'm your host, Mick, and today I am joined by
Landon Browning,
Wil Dobratz,
Colby Chapman,
and David Parker.
It is March 28th, 2022.
What are you doing over there with the...
I'm talking into the microphone.
Wow, you're moving the entire... Oh my
the
gosh,
entire table.
you're moving
The entire table.
The entire setup is just crumbling
I'm
around us.
just that strong.
Yeah.
Speaking of being strong, my phone... Oh, wait.
Wow. Smooth.
Speaking of...
So Will Smith has a pretty good right hook,
With
open hand slappy hit.
I thought it looked kind of pathetic.
I saw it live, and I wasn't sure at first, like, what happened. And then I got on Twitter, and I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and I found the uncensored version. And it was like,
wait,
yeesh.
let me get this straight. You were watching the Oscars live?
Yes.
Why?
You mentioned the Oscars last
fun.
week, and I don't know.
I don't know. You can look up a website. They just have like all the award winners
See,
listed.
here's the thing. Like, I like the anticipation and suspense.
Do you watch the NFL draft live?
No. Actually, only the first half.
What? You do?
Yeah.
What?
Just to see... I usually watch to see the Broncos picks.
I have never watched or paid attention to the NFL draft live. I think I'm going to be paying more attention, though, this year and then in subsequent years just because of Dynasty stuff, but I've actually never watched it before, so... I don't think I've ever watched the Oscars live.
Landon just showed me his toe. Sorry.
Now the Tonys,
It was very distracting.
I watch those live every year. So
the what?
The toe,
Tonys.
Toes, knees,
Head,
shoulders,
knees, toes.
These?
So, yeah, that was assault.
Yeah,
Straight up, it was. And then,
Chris
he gave a
Rock's
speech
cheek
afterwards.
straight up assaulted Will Smith.
Will Smith
and
he gave a speech afterwards that's like, God, like God's mission, like, for me or something like that, or like God put me on this earth to like bring love to everybody.
To love people,
to love people, and to be a vessel for love. And I'm like,
to
dude,
protect.
He's like,
people.
you just slapped Chris Rock.
He's like in tears. He's like, when you're at your highest point, that's when the devil comes for you.
Right, I think Denzel
said that. So we don't make fun of what Denzel said.
No, he's wise.
Yeah,
idiot.
Okay.
No, seriously, Denzel, like,
He's awesome.
he's awesome.
was that Denzel that said that, Will, or was it a
Denzel told that to Will Smith,
and so we don't mess around with Denzel.
Yeah, idiot.
Everything said that Will Smith said was laughable, except for what Denzel said.
Yeah,
to Will Smith.
Idiot.
I hate the Oscars.
I know.
Like, so much.
Me too.
I figured. I enjoy watching them just because I like to see like the little clips from movies and like I like to see who wins like best actor and actresses and stuff.
Like Will Smith.
Well, this year was a little different.
Dude, it was just so weird.
Technically, he is up for disqualification or something like that.
Yeah, it goes against the code of conduct at the
Academy Awards. Yeah,
That's why.
Yeah, but where they don't say
that's why
don't
none of us have any
assault people?
Oscars. We just breaking the code of conduct every year.
Are you saying that we're assaulting people constantly, Dave?
Their ears with our voices.
Oh, I like to think differently, but you might be right.
Dave's been lying to us about how many listeners we have.
I actually haven't paid attention to the other stuff with the Oscars just because it's been overshadowed so much by the Will Smith news. But what won other things? Like I haven't cared enough to look up. But like
Hans Zimmer won
hasn't
best
been-
original score for Dune.
Hans Zimmer got his second award. Coda won Best Picture
for Dune,
which is a movie about two deaf parents and their daughter is able to hear. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Best Actress went to Jessica Chastain.
Yep.
For what movie?
It was the one about what's her name? Oh, Christian televangelist.
The Eyes of Tammy.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Not Faye. wait, am I not Tina Fey?
The Eyes of Tina Fey.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta look this up. Hold on a second. But yeah, so Jessica Chastain won Best Supporting Actress. who was Best Supporting Actress?
Yeah, it's Tammy Faye.
It's Tammy Faye.
Making me sound like a moron over here.
Yeah.
My bad.
I know I guessed it right.
Best Supporting Actress was the girl from West Side Story, who played
you ever see
Anita.
that?
Yes,
Was it good?
I loved West Side Story.
Is it better than the original?
I never saw the original.
What?
Dave, did you see it? You like the original.
Yeah, I love the original.
Have you seen the new West Side Story?
No, not yet.
It's pretty incredible. Like not only the story is always incredible, just because the story is just a good story. It's the way it's shot is really it's really cool and really impressive. It was up for best cinematography, but it lost to Dune. Dune got best cinematography.
That's fair.
Yeah, because the cinematographer that does Dune is absolutely incredible. Like I think might be like one of the best cinematographers I've ever seen.
He's amazing. Yeah, he did work on Rogue One, the Batman.
Yeah, he did the Batman too. So
yeah.
It's pretty insane. So, but yeah, Dune won best cinematography. Best screenplay was Belfast, I think.
I want to see that movie. That movie looked kind of cool.
If I remember correctly. And then best adapted screenplay was
His name's Greg Fraser, by the way.
Greg Fraser. Hold on, let me look up best adapted screen. I think it was Power of the Dog. I know Power of the Dog got best director.
Were there any big snubs, like things that were expected to win? That
Power of the Dog was expected to win best picture, but lost to Coda.
Will's review of Days Gone 2 was snubbed. Or not Days Gone 2.
Days Gone to what?
Sorry, I was thinking of
Colby's memory
Sony's
was snubbed.
best game.
Billie Eilish won
Best original
best
song.
original song for No Time to Die.
That's a really good song.
International feature film, Drive My Car.
I want to watch that really bad.
Baby, you can drive my car.
Baby Driver.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
Best adapted screenplay was Coda. I was wrong. So, yep. And that's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of the more minor awards like visual effects,
That's a minor
and
award.
score,
You don't take that
well,
award seriously.
quote minor. It's not like
I would say score's
actors.
Score's not a minor.
I mean, they pre-recorded it, so they think it's minor. I'm not saying
They're
it is.
stupid.
A lot of it, like best film editing, went to Dune. Like a lot, best production design, Dune. Like a lot, Dune swept up a lot of the Oscars. Got 6 of them. So
Are they nominated for 7?
they were nominated for 11.
Oh,
So that's just over 50%.
11 is,
Colby's reaching for reasons to hate him.
I think, the most any film has ever gotten is 14 nominations, maybe 16.
Pretty tired of Return of the King.
Return of the King, no. Return of the
was
King,
Ben-Hur?
13 and it won 13.
no, it was 11. So
11.
Return of the King won 11 and was
11.
nominated
What
for
had
11.
13 nominations?
Daddy Daycare.
I think Titanic had 14 nominations
but
and
they
won
won
11.
11.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah, Return of the King tied with Titanic.
Yeah,
Ben-Hur won a bunch of them too.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, 11 as
reboot?
well.
Yeah.
Oh, no, dude, I forgot that movie existed. No.
So did the Point Break remake.
What other terrible remakes are there? There's
Almost all of the remakes are bad.
yeah.
Like,
I saw on TV. I saw a Conan remake with Jason Momoa.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing the trailers for that.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I watched like 5 minutes of it with my dad, and we were like, "This is horrible."
Gosh. Yeah. What other remakes are there? The Dune remake was pretty bad.
Rage.
Don't slap me.
Will's like, where's that key? My movie.
Out your mouth. Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to think about really anything else at the Oscars besides
Other than
that.
like
Which is
The Academy- yeah.
unfortunate because the ratings for the Oscars has been going down really steadily since like 2013, and I don't know, as like being like the high class like black tie event for movies for the whole year, like you want to be like at your best, and just seeing like that happen is just like, to me it just makes it more of a joke.
yeah.
Like it just
Yeah.
Are you saying like Assault doesn't go with the vibes of the night? Like,
I would say,
I guess so.
I would
yeah.
say Assault is typically
Quote
a
me on
vibe
that.
killer.
I think Denzel said that.
yeah, oh, Denzel definitely said that for sure. Gosh, I love Denzel.
Yeah, he's awesome. Idiot.
What is your guys' like weird obsession with it?
Dude, Denzel's amazing.
Dude, Denzel's been nominated for like 10 Oscars.
Everything he's
An
in,
Oscar means
he's good.
nothing to me.
It means something when it is won by someone that I like.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your favorite
I
Denzel?
like it,
What's your
therefore
favorite
it's
Denzel
meaningful.
Washington movie?
Glory is really good.
Nonstop.
Book of Eli is great.
I don't even think I could.
Training Day. Have you seen Training Day?
Yeah, I think mine is Inside Man. Have you seen Inside Man?
Inside Man is good. That's with Clive Owen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Inside Man's good.
Remember the Titans?
Hey, he's really
actually
good.
like that
he's really
movie.
good.
I mean, he's a good movie, but it's
again, like if the movie isn't that great, he's still amazing.
exactly, it's kind of
I always wanted to watch that movie Flight with him in it, but I never.
Flight's good. Yeah. Well,
I really wanted.
Flight's okay. He's good in it.
I want to see Fences too. TOO. Fences with Denzel Washington.
I know what you're talking.
What? Why the silence then?
It made it sound like you were like singing a sequel like Fences too.
Oh, sorry. No. Like a TOO.
Then you
Fences too.
Fences too.
Taller.
Here comes the gate.
Your subtitle was better than mine.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm louder.
I feel like
Right. Right.
Why didn't Nicolas Cage get nominated for Best Actor for Pig?
Because they're reviewing his new film, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I know, but like I felt like he should have been nominated.
When did Pig come out?
Well, Pig was
last
so low budget. A lot of getting an award is the studio having to like campaign for it, and if they don't have the funds
That's
to
why
do that,
Oscars-
then they really won't even be in the running.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't have to campaign.
Yeah, you kind of have to. You have to submit your piece for it to be eligible, and then you kind of have to get it out to people, to the people who vote, and then you almost have to like essentially kind of campaign, kind of like.
So
They
how
should
much?
just make a
other
Twitter
things?
poll for everybody.
Well, so
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
No,
All
they
right.
did do poll things. They had fan favorites, like at the Oscars.
Guess what won? Guess what won both of them?
What?
Zack
was-
Snyder!
Wait, really?
Yes. Number one movie was Army of the Dead by Zack Snyder.
Are
Oh
you-
my
are you-
gosh!
are you
the
kidding?
number one
serious?
moment
Are you
in cinema
serious?
history.
I try not to swear.
The number one moment in cinema history was the Flash going faster than the speed of light at the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Look,
That's a
That scene's
spoiler.
kind of cool.
that scene is really cool,
I haven't
but
seen
the
it.
fact that they're like, oh, it's like, I don't know, like the past 20 or 30 years worth of film, I would have,
No.
like that probably wouldn't have made my top 10.
Yeah. It was like number 5 was like the Matrix when he's dodging the bullets. I'm like, oh, all right. And then like 3.
I would have picked something from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, like
From Star Wars,
Literally,
like-
literally the thing that first came to mind, King Theoden's speech.
Yeah. Like
That's like the first
for
thing that came to mind.
Frodo, you know,
I'm gonna-
like
Yeah,
those
yeah.
I
scenes
kinda
are
just
like,
like-
category?
it was like the most it was really stupid. It's like the most cheered moment or something.
Or like the coolest like kind of like
I don't know.
"Oh,
The first scene that
yeah!"
comes to mind for me is when in 1917 when he's running out of the trench, like and everyone's like
Gosh.
running into him.
Absolutely.
Like that. Like
Oh man.
that moment sticks out to me more than the
Yeah.
Flash moment. Like that's like
Yeah.
such a big like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like tearing up. Like
Yeah, I'm getting a little. Yeah, I'm getting a little weird. Ugh.
that movie's so good.
I don't think I'll ever watch it again. I've only seen it once. I don't think I'll ever watch it
Oh
again.
man,
Like,
it's such a good movie.
I never saw it. I
But yeah,
really
like
want to.
I love
better
I really like that version of the Justice League movie, but that wouldn't have been like
on your like top 5.
no, like
yeah.
yeah.
That scene made me want to watch the movie though. I will say that.
I'll watch it with you.
of course.
Okay. I still need to watch.
do it. Don't do it.
I need to watch Batman versus Superman Ultimate Edition.
Is
too,
that the
so-
four? Are you guys talking about the Snyder cut?
Yeah.
the 4-hour
How do you guys?
cut?
And now I'm being dead serious. Like I don't
I
have
don't
time
hear
for
it.
that.
Oh,
I
my
no,
watched
no,
it
no.
when I was
That's
in
4
Montana.
hours straight. Like of just
I
like
took-
you
I
don't
watched
have
it in
nothing.
two
2
chunks. I
Yeah,
watched
you
it
can watch it in 2 or 3 chunks.
The movie's literally like chopped up
into
like,
episodes, right?
I think like 6 chapters.
Oh, so it's a TV show.
When I was done watching
Sure.
it, though, I wish I was
Yeah.
Flash and could
For,
run
for your
fast.
sake, Colby, for your brain, sure.
I wish I was as fast
Idiot.
as the Flash to run so I could reverse
Denzel
time.
hater.
Yeah, why do you hate Denzel so much?
I don't. I just didn't understand your like obsession.
Denzel is Denzel.
You don't
Yeah, see,
need to
this is-
understand.
This is why I was
So-
like confused.
Just accept.
Okay, I want to go back to like how the budget has to be higher for like the movie to get like consideration for awards. Because didn't J.K. Simmons win Best Supporting Actor for Whiplash? Didn't he? I believe he won Best Actor.
Having a
Best
low
Supporting Actor.
budget doesn't mean that it's like not going to be considered. It's just
They just have to.
it just
pay
means
more,
that it's
like-
probably less likely that the studio is going to make a push for an Oscar
okay.
unless like they knew that from the start.
I mean, yeah, like look at the movies that do like get nominated. Like half of them are like a nomination because they're a really good film that did really well at the box office, but they're never going to win. The real winners, like at least nowadays, are like independent film, like not independent, sorry, but like smaller budget films that have big campaigns for Oscars, right? So they know that they've crafted something really well and they push for it. Like it's almost, one could argue, like the purpose behind the film too.
Plus, he'll be nominated for his new movie where he plays himself.
Nick Cage.
I want to see that movie. It looks fun.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Yeah.
Well, Pedro Pascal's in it too. So
yeah,
like I liked everything he's in.
Like I wasn't on board with the movie until I saw like Pedro Pascal as like the supporting character or whatever that is, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm on board.
Yeah, it looks funny.
I'm looking at Pig's box office. It only grossed like about $4 million. So
what was the budget for it?
It doesn't even list the budget on IMDb, so it's probably pretty low.
Yeah,
I can't imagine the movie cost more than $1 million.
They just had to pay him and then buy a pig, right? That's all.
I'm sure they paid Alex Wolff like an okay amount of money because he's fairly. Yeah, I actually think.
I thought I remember reading that both of them actually did not take a very large cut.
Yeah, because I think Nicolas Cage was an executive producer on it, so I think he just was taking points on the film. I think for most of his their salary. But those are the only two like big name actors in it. Are Dave and I the only ones that have watched that movie?
Yeah.
Still, you guys should really watch it. I thought it was. You liked it too, right? I thought it was an excellent movie. It was probably.
I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And Nick Cage, he did like it was one of those roles that he just did an excellent job in, which I find is hard. Hard for
I'm gonna steal this pig from
with some exceptions.
The Lost City of Pig
that we've talked about before, but
and Alex Wolff's good in it too.
Yeah,
which he's good in everything he's in. Also, I'm a big fan.
Well, 2022 Oscars.
Predictions for 2022 Oscars?
Crazy, but
who gets hit?
I don't know. I feel like the movies I like typically don't win that many awards.
Yeah, well,
except for like
hard
because they're not nominated.
Well,
Landon.
It feels like there's a little bit of a disconnect like between popular films and Oscar winners now, and I think that's kind of a two-way street where the Oscar like nominations are getting a little more like niche, like for lack of a better term, and also the popular market is all pretty much sequels and remakes and reboots.
Yeah.
So it's kind of this like two-way diverging street that is kind of creating a big disconnect. That part of like why I think like the ratings are falling so fast is because a lot of the movies are like, yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. And it's kind of sure the Academy does have kind of a snobby kind of attitude about like, oh, this film has a relevant message, or this film has is really good, that this specific actor is really good in it, so we're gonna campaign, like we're gonna have it. But it's like but at the same time I feel like there's some people to blame for it too, like the general public's to blame for it too, because what makes the most money at the box office is sequels, Marvel movies, and reboots.
It makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, so
because like I don't know,
what are you gonna do?
Like Pig was probably
the first Marvel reboot is going to like, it's just going to make so much money.
Yeah, it's like a double whammy. Iron Man starring Tom Cruise Jr.
Wasn't Spider-Man that?
Yeah.
That was like the first MCU. I guess Hulk was.
Yeah.
How well did that do? Did that get nominated?
Hulk was a Hulk.
Did The Green Knight get any nominations?
Nope.
No.
See, okay, so like my two favorite movies for last year were Pig and The Green Knight, and neither of them got any kind of nominations. So,
oh, you know what? I think it's out in June or something. But a movie I really want to see is The Northman.
Yeah. That movie looks dope.
Really. I know Will.
That movie looks Taylor Joy.
That movie looks awesome.
I was gonna ask, is she in the movie?
She's in the movie.
I knew nothing about it, but that one comment.
I'm pretty sure it's like the Hamlet story, but it just the way it's shot.
Well, it's Robert Eggers. It's the guy that did The Witch and Lighthouse.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it might be a bit different from Hamlet, because Hamlet, I think,
more like Lion King.
Probably, more like Lion King.
It's gonna be great. The visuals, it looks amazing. Yeah. And then I don't know, Kobe. I think my favorite movie from 2020 was probably The Kid Detective. I think. What else was?
Oh, that was a good movie.
Oh, that was such a
And
fantastic
that movie,
movie.
I think, made like $350,000 in the box office.
Is that the one that Colby started?
No, that was the. What was that
Colby's
movie?
not a detective.
What was that movie called?
Like Kid Knight or something?
Yeah, the kid who would be king or whatever.
I actually heard that movie was good.
I heard it was all right. Yeah.
I bet
That was like
Stanley Tucci
that was
in
like 3 years ago.
It was longer than that. I think
is
it was like 5 years
uncanny,
ago.
though, how that kid looked like Colby.
No, he didn't.
Because,
He didn't.
In the
because
poster, he looked
without
like you.
ever
He looked
even
like you.
without ever even saying anything, the first time Bree saw that poster, she was like, she like laughed and then said, "That looks like Colby." And like, I didn't even try to guide her in that, but but even Brianna thought that.
It's not true.
Even that shot right there. Come on, that is you.
Let me see.
You started this, and wasn't there a time where you like you were like gone for a while and
Yeah.
Yeah, you like disappeared
And you
out
came
of our
back
lives for like
flush
a
with
period of a
cash.
year.
Yeah.
Now it's all gone.
Yeah, no, it's all gone. Yeah, that's totally. Yep. Yeah.
What's the movie called?
Like, how do you not know this? Like, you were teased about it forever.
I think I had this as my profile, my like contact photo for you.
Probably.
It's the kid who would be king.
It doesn't look like me.
It's not an insult,
Will.
Colby.
Now the listeners are gonna think they know what I look like. Let me see. No, come on, man. It's
Dude, it looks just like you. It looks just like
to the photo that Dave sent the other day. Oh my
Man.
gosh.
This is too visual to talk
We'll
about
try
on
to
the podcast.
we'll try to upload the photo that Mick is showing from the movie so that people know exactly what Colby looks like. So
No, now for everybody who's gonna look at this photo, it doesn't even look like me. Like not even remotely.
You have no credibility in this. Like,
we are the judge of that, and so will the listeners be the judge.
So
I believe that it's Andy Serkis's kid is the stunt double that subbed in for Colby during some.
oh yeah.
congratulations.
I do my own stunts.
Oh, good time.
That movie's budget was estimated at $59 million. It grossed worldwide $32 million. So that was the end of Colby's acting career.
Yikes.
That's the thing. Like, so that movie cost $59 million to make, and like, how can that cost that much? And then they can make a movie probably like, you know what I mean? Like, they probably made The Kid Detective for like, how much would you even guess that movie cost to make? Like a couple $100,000 tops. Like,
Probably, yeah.
and that movie's like fantastic.
Are you
Well,
saying
even,
the
like-
kid who would be king is not fantastic?
Even like Joker
It has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What does
The Kid Who Would Be King has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Didn't Joker?
we should watch it.
I think Joker cost
No.
like was it 90 million or something?
That feels so high for that movie. Like, for what?
That actually feels low
For Joker?
Yeah, for like a big.
55 to 70
I
million.
feel like nothing
the budget.
super
That's very
crazy happened though in the movie, right?
Yeah, like
I feel like
there's
they could have
nothing-
filmed the entire thing in like Gary, Indiana.
But the point is, like, it's a lower budget than a lot of like bigger superhero
I mean,
movies,
Yes, that is
Yeah.
true.
and the fact that it grossed over $1 billion was like,
Yeah.
I think Deadpool
How much of that budget
had
was
like a
Joaquin
$60
Phoenix's?
million budget, right?
I would say probably. What'd you say?
Deadpool, I think that was only like a $60 million budget.
Yeah, it was like
One or
60, 75 or something.
Probably the first one. The second one probably cost more.
Yeah.
I think I'm just a more fan of lower budget movies generally.
Well, even the Batman, initially it cost $100 million,
Oh,
and then with COVID and everything and reshoots, it unfortunately went up. But it was like at first it was $100 million movie,
yeah.
which that's crazy. I mean that does not look like
If I had
$100
$100 million, I would not make a movie.
because you already tried and it didn't gross anything.
And out taste.
I'm not doing this again.
I lost $11 million on that film.
So Dave, you did a trip to Death Valley?
Yeah, Colby did a trip too around the same time.
You went
I
to Death
did
Valley?
not go to Death Valley.
Yeah, Bree and I went to Death Valley this weekend. It was only a couple hours drive.
Cool.
from us. But we were there, and then it got up to, so it's March right now, and the highest it got up to was 106 in the park.
Holy
What crap?
I'd just turn around.
What is that? What's the
not
thing
a,
like
it's
on
not a
like
vacation
July?
at that point. You're
No.
just going to an oven. Like, just no.
Death Valley was really cool though, because there's so many different.
It's a sneak special
Like-
preview of hell.
So many, there's a reason they call it Death Valley. But
Oh, no.
there's so many different, like, not climates, but like different kind of ecosystems in the park. There's like salt flats and sand dunes, mountains and valleys, and even like little ponds and rivers and stuff. But also there's like old mines. Like we got to see like an old silver mine or gold mine and an old
that's
borax processing plant and stuff, all in this one national park. And then
Borax is a chemical, right?
it's used like in laundry detergent and other kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But that's or
Wasn't it also used in medicine at one point?
it's used in a lot of things. Or if you're a little kid, you use it to make that slime with Elmer's glue.
Yeah. I know. I know how to make slime, dude.
But yeah, the park was
What?
was what?
What?
The park
What?
was really
What?
cool.
What?
I really like national parks. I think it'd be cool to go see that.
Death Valley was definitely worth it, especially for just being a short drive. We drove there in the morning, spent all day there, and drove back at night. So we didn't even stay the night anywhere, and we got to be in the park for like 8 to 10 hours. So,
Dope.
Wow. Cool.
but it was kind of
But it
windy,
didn't
so
melt.
we got like filled with sand at the end of the day. So there's that.
What are you doing?
Landon's
He's, like, putting
actively
his feet towards me.
sabotaging the podcast right now by sticking his toes at people for no reason. No reason. He does it unprompted.
I mean, who's gonna? Well, that's his only option because no one's gonna like prompt him to do that ever, right?
I mean, active sabotage is a bit of a,
A stretch.
stretch.
What would you consider it?
Unactive sabotage. Covert operations.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But
It's okay, you should just be better.
What did Dave say about Death Valley?
He said it was hot.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago.
I'm sorry. I zoned out a little. I'm gonna apologize.
So where do you stay the night?
At a hotel.
oh my gosh!
Wow, wrong answer.
I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest. I totally zoned out for like the past 3 minutes.
You'll find out when you listen to the
You know,
podcast.
I
no,
actually,
he doesn't listen to the podcast.
yeah, that's
No,
the,
I always
that's
run
the
it back.
I always
shit.
do. I always
Run it back.
You know,
You don't
I'm,
have to re-explain.
I'm
I'm
actually
sorry,
extra
Dave.
disappointed in you, Landon, because you're one of the ones that actually I feel like has less trouble focusing and listening to people. So
most of the
you
time.
know,
That's
so,
not true.
So Landon, he's just tumbling in the power rankings right now.
Landon didn't
Right,
listen
Landon?
to you say that.
I'm sorry. I have a lot of stuff going on right now in my work and work life. So
Yeah, Dave, he doesn't care about your stupid vacation.
No, I do. It's
I
just
thought
I've
it
been
was
very.
cool.
And
How was-
we don't either.
Okay, Colby, how was your stupid vacation?
Michael's like, right?
Everybody, come on.
Take this hill.
My stupid vacation was good, Dave.
Cool.
Thanks
So
for asking.
Hogwarts Legacy.
State of play.
Colby, how was your vacation? How was it? Tell me about
Yeah,
it.
Landon,
Are
make sure
are
you
you
pay
gonna
attention to
listen, or-
Colby when Colby
There's going to be a quiz at the end.
First hour, what did you do?
The first hour of landing,
No, first hour of leaving your house.
I drove to the airport.
It took
Okay.
you an hour to the airport.
Jeez,
And then
you
I
slow
drove
were
like
you
20
going?
miles per hour all the way there.
You guys are already bothering me. It was cool. Went to San Diego.
Why'd you look at me when you said that?
Great.
I don't know. You were the one that didn't do anything.
I'm just sitting here. San Diego is a great city. I will 100%
I
support.
love
San
San
Diego
Diego.
is fantastic.
I've been there before. This is time just equally as good.
It'd be fun to go to Comic Con.
Is that in San Diego?
San
They
Diego,
have it everywhere.
SDCC? The biggest one's in San Diego, right?
Oh, okay.
When people say like Comic-Con, like two big C's, like they're usually talking about San Diego Comic-Con.
Why don't they
Well-
just call it SDCC?
That's
They
what
do.
They do call it.
Oh,
But it's the biggest
Wow.
one. So if someone says Comic-Con without any other usually descriptor, they are
Okay.
talking about San Diego Comic-Con.
oh,
Okay, I should have Comic Con.
it's okay, Mick.
Thanks.
I did not go to Comic-Con while I was there.
Why not?
I don't like you. I don't know. First of all, I don't know.
Why not?
Okay. My vacation was cool. What's next?
No. What did you do?
What's like?
Well, you got-
why
so
are
You
got
drove to the
there? Why are
airport.
you
You
there?
drove to the airport. You got on a plane.
You got
Like-
sunburned.
Oh, I got so.
You got like crisped.
I
dude.
think I think I have a 3rd-degree burn on my ankle.
No,
Like
you do
right
not.
It's real close.
I think that's a hickey.
I don't have a hickey on my shin.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, so I went down there.
Hey, Colby, how big were the blisters you got on your burn?
3rd degree.
That's the size.
What?
They was trying to
Like a
disprove that I had a
third degree angle.
First day, I'm just gonna start talking over you guys. First day, I went to SeaWorld, where that was the first time I had been. It was fun.
Yeah.
Did you see?
Did you pet
penguin?
the
No,
stingrays?
no.
Did you see
No,
penguin?
they freaked me out.
Penguin.
Oh.
I did see penguins
Penguin.
and flamingos. I saw all of the shows they had to offer.
Did you see the dolphins?
Yep, dolphins were cool.
Did you
I got
ride
to
a
swim with the
dolphin?
dolphins
Now,
when I
did
was in
you-
San Diego.
did you have any
Oh, it
kind
was
of-
so much fun?
Dude,
it was
that's
so
awesome.
cool. I got
That's-
like
that's
touching
so
and that kind
cool.
of stuff. It was so cool.
Did you have any kind of moral conflict with what you did
Uh,
going to SeaWorld?
No.
Wait,
And
what did
here's
he do
why.
at
Consider-
SeaWorld?
I bought a ticket
supported
going
them.
and
He supported
supporting
them.
He peed in the tank.
You know they torture those animals. You know they
They
torture
don't.
the
They
animals.
don't actually do that anymore.
Did you
Oh,
free
they
Willy?
stopped. They stopped now. They stopped torturing.
Yeah, no more orcas.
No, I literally saw orcas.
No
You
more
think they were
orca
happy?
shows.
Do you think they
like
were
trained orcas?
I literally watched the orca show.
Oh well, maybe they're like not doing it past a certain date. Then I know they start like they're saying there's a stop date to it.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody needs a vacation.
I don't know if
Even
I can
Will.
trust you anymore. Will.
Yeah, that back-to-back lies from Will. He lied. I called him out on it, and he doubled down.
I just know that it's
I
stopping
mean,
at some
Colby
point.
doesn't know what a 3rd-degree burn is. He might not know what an orca is either. So
It's not true. I know what it
Colby watching like the sea lions. He's like, well,
look at those otters.
yeah.
I did see otters. I did see sea lions. Sea lions had a show. Cool.
I bet they were begging to be freed.
Yeah. They're so
I bet
loud.
if we could like learn the language of all the sea animals, I bet they would be begging to be freed, so they could live in the ocean where they.
Do they even know though? They can't.
They know.
They're stupid.
No, they
Animals
probably
are dumb.
trained them like not to realize. But the shows like are more like directed at being like informational and like learn about the animals as they're
learn
doing.
about how they mistreated
like-
them for years.
And they
All right.
I don't. This
Can we
is like,
mute Landon's mic
Yeah, dude,
for the rest of the SeaWorld talk? Like,
yeah. Well, no, we'll just like move on from SeaWorld. SeaWorld was cool.
Cool.
I got some really good local Mexican food that day.
Cool.
Did you share it with the animals?
No,
Okay.
I saw that you had this massive like snow cone.
we'll get to this.
Okay, all right, we'll get to the snow cone. We'll get to the snow cone.
Day 2 was just beach day, so
Fun.
we went down to the beach and
Beach.
yeah, I went down there with my girlfriend. So
Nice.
went down to the beach. That's where I got
Girlfriend.
horrifically sunburnt. Mick's butthurt. He didn't get invited.
Why did you invite me?
Could have been a buddy trip.
You know I like San Diego.
Have you been?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
I think
Michael's
everybody
been
should-
multiple times to San Diego.
I've been multiple times.
Like if there's
I
one
don't know when, but I have been.
If there's one city that I would want to move to, it might be San Diego.
Yeah. me
It's
as
either
well.
San Diego or Denver. One of those two.
I really like San Diego.
I've heard the weather is perfect.
It
The,
is
the
perfect.
weather's
it was
like 70 degrees.
It was like
day.
75 degrees every day on average.
And you have the ocean right next to you.
The ocean.
And
Our
the rent
hotel.
is so
Our hotel
high,
was like a
and the
5-minute
economy is
walk.
crumbling, and the government is in a bad spot. It's great.
Our hotel was like a 5-minute walk
Drown my sorrows
to the
in
beach.
orca shows and tacos.
Yes. And we're gonna get to the snow cones.
We stayed in Pacific Beach. It was cool. Last time I was there, I stayed downtown, so it was cool to actually stay by the beach. Then we went to the San Diego Zoo, which I'd been to before, but I mean that I think is heavily regarded as the best zoo in America. So,
Generally.
do you disagree with that statement, Mick?
Just
Nick,
cool
do you
animals in my
remember going to
backyard.
that zoo?
You don't have a backyard or animals.
Michael,
Please
you have
don't
been to the San Diego
divulge
Zoo.
what-
Do you remember that?
I don't remember being to San Diego. Why would I remember the San Diego Zoo?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't go to the San Diego Zoo when I was there. I went to a Denver Broncos San Diego Chargers game instead. So that was pretty fun.
Nice.
Cool.
Do you remember who won?
Broncos did. It was the year they won the Super Bowl too.
Nice.
So yeah, it was a pretty close game though. It was the game where Peyton Manning got injured too. So it was pretty crazy.
Nice. How fun.
Yeah.
What a fun memory you have.
I know. Watching him run into the locker room and like
Rock and roll.
15-year-old me just devastated. And then he comes back out and he's like, oh, he's still playing, but he's throwing really badly. Worse than before, which is saying something.
Yeah. And then the last day we rode. I think the highlight of like the last day was probably just like walking the beach last time, and then like rode bikes on the boardwalk and got like this massive snow cone. I'm talking. It was like over like a foot tall.
Oh
Just
my
pure,
God.
pure snow cone. It was gourmet.
You sent
a
some
foot long?
pictures.
A gourmet snow cone.
It was a gourmet snow.
long?
Gourmet shaved ice with
How much did it cost?
syrup.
It cost a little bit too much.
How much is a little too much?
Wait, let's guess.
Yeah, yeah.
I bet
already
your,
know,
I bet
so
your
I'm
snow
out.
coat costs $11.
No.
For a foot
Lower.
long,
Lower.
I'm gonna
$8.
guess.
Higher.
I'm gonna guess $9.
Higher.
$10?
Lower.
$9.50?
Yeah.
First
we
try.
got there.
Now, you sent some pictures of the snow cone to our group chat, and if anyone
Yeah.
has seen the episode of Seinfeld where George is eating the ice cream at the U.S. Open, that's kind of what the pictures looked like. Like it was you kind of just making a giant mess with this snow cone, but looking like you were enjoying it.
My girlfriend actually knocked the snow cone over later
What?
and made like a giant mess. I think I took a picture and sent it in the chat.
Wait, you're
Wow.
blaming her?
It was absolutely her fault. She knows it.
That's a classic move.
And if
Throwing
you're
your girlfriend
listening-
under the bus.
If you're listening, I'm still waiting for an apology. This is a big fight.
Does she even? She doesn't know you do a podcast, though, does she? So how?
Uh-oh. How long have you guys been dating?
Quite a while.
So why don't you tell her you're on a podcast?
It just has never come up.
It's
It just
never
never
come
come
up.
up. She's
It's
never
never
asked.
come
Hey,
up.
Colby, do you record a podcast with 3 or 4 of your friends?
She's never asked me
every
that
week?
question.
Weird.
No, she's never asked me that question.
What else haven't you brought up? Because she just hasn't asked the question. Like some super specific.
Oh.
I didn't mean to call you out right there, Colby.
No, you absolutely
It's just
did.
gotta happen.
No, you that was a targeted like you.
Landon's face right now is the face of a liar.
Yeah,
like he's slightly smiling. He's like, I didn't mean to call you out, Colby.
yeah. Landon like started the episode and was like, "I'm gonna be a d-bag." Like,
Landon's a podcast deviant today.
do you have any other comments you'd like to say, Landon?
Sounds like your trip was a really good time.
It was fun. I'm glad you weren't there.
Wow.
Ooh. So, Landon, did you have something you did recently that sounded fun?
I this weekend went to Wicked.
That's not as cool as San Diego.
Nope, it's not.
Oh yeah, you told us last week that you were going to go see Wicked after Will talked about it.
Yeah, I went to Wicked.
Did you like it?
I did like it. It was really
That is
fun.
good. Cool.
Did
Michael,
the
did
show
you do anything
defy
that was fun?
gravity?
It did. I went in completely blind.
Why did you spent all that money and just not see what you were looking at? Why would you do that? Take the blindfold off, Landon.
I wanted to just experience the music. I went with my girlfriend.
What? What?
Oh wait.
No.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I thought you were gay.
No.
Landon, I've been denying you for years. Like, what happened?
Yeah, I guess we haven't talked about that on the show, have we? We haven't.
No one really cares.
Oh, you asked like, have we? Like,
Oh,
you know
have
we
we?
haven't.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I went with my
Have
girlfriend.
we?
She's more of a fan. No.
Yeah. So if you're listening, ladies, I'm sorry. Landon is now.
Yeah, I'm off the
Off the
market
ta- yeah,
for
off the
all the
market,
single
like,
female
Yeah,
listeners.
all those
I am
people
really sorry.
reaching out to Landon for, over the last few
Please
years.
stop sending emails to the Hotkeys chat asking.
There's
our email.
one less Muppet on the market.
Yeah. I got her blessing to bring her up on the show. She knows that I do a podcast.
Good for her.
I came up on the first date. So
Cool.
Do you talk
bet
about
she
things
asked
that
you
are?
in it.
she asked me, do you do a podcast with your 3 or 4?
Do you talk about things that
Sometimes on the
are
weekends.
important to you, Landon? To your
I do. Yeah, we
significant
talk about
other?
we
Oh.
talk about a lot of important things. You know, we share a lot.
As do I.
So the podcast isn't important to you?
I mean, we all kind of know that, right?
What do you think?
That's not a secret.
What do you think?
I don't know. Colby shows up here every week, just already pissed off.
Yeah, just to get clowned on with an unknown number of people listening because Dave refuses to tell people.
I've told you guys. How many times do we have to have that conversation?
Yeah, it was like 15,000 a week, right? Right. That's what that was the number, right? Yep. I went to Wicked with my girlfriend. We both really liked it. She had never seen it either. She knew more about it than I did. She'd listened to a lot of the music before. She's been to more Broadway type shows. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought I would enjoy it, but I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would.
Same.
Musical
Like the
theater
set.
is really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
it
Like
is.
the
It's-
set design was super cool. Like all like the transitions from like the different sets, like the way all like the choreography.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Yeah, really. Just was good. Like the singing, the performances, it was all like just so hyped. The production value was so high. It was a fun night. And then we went to the Melting Pot downtown for dinner.
What you're about to say is going to anger me.
I was underwhelmed by the Melting Pot overall.
Underwhelmed or whelmed?
I was underwhelmed. I had high expectations, and it was still a really fun experience.
It's expensive though.
It was expensive.
Yeah, melting pot's not cheap.
But the dessert part almost made it worth the whole like the price because like the dessert was really good. But like everything else was like so. I'd rather go. There's like way nicer restaurants downtown for like the same price. Or
Yeah, I'd rather go to
So,
McDonald's.
Last time I was there, I just got cheese and chocolate.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I think I would
Like you
choose
dip the
chocolate.
cheese in the chocolate.
That
No,
doesn't
Mick, they
sound
come out
bad.
at 2 separate times.
Doesn't sound bad. Cheese and chocolate doesn't sound bad.
Cheese and chocolate
Yes, it does.
actually is good together.
Oh,
With
sounds yucky.
the right kind of chocolate and the right kind of cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
In the right kind of mouth.
Like queso and dark chocolate.
Keep
Um,
my cheese out.
Are you
Okay,
trying to
never
make
mind,
me
Will.
barf?
I'm kidding. I kid.
So yeah, so that was my fun weekend.
Nice. You want to know what I did?
What did you do, Mick?
I watched Halo.
I did do something fun. I took my mom to go see the Batman,
Nice,
and she actually really liked it.
that's cool.
I think she liked it
You
better
didn't
than my
even
dad
invite
liked
me.
it. I think she liked it better than Dave liked it because Dave hated it.
What? I didn't hate the movie. I liked the movie.
I think Dave gave it a decent score.
So when my dad was visiting, Michael called. Michael called him, and we were both walking walking into a store or a restaurant or something, and we had already seen the movie together. So Michael asked, he was like, "What'd you guys think of the movie?" And just because of how I said like, "Oh yeah, it was good," like Mick like right away got really defensive, and he was like, "Oh, so you didn't like the movie? Like, wouldn't you like 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 this figures, like this tracks?" And he got like really angry on the phone, which is like speakerphone out in public about this movie that I liked, but I just didn't like it to the degree he wanted me to like it. So I
means
I
you
can't live
didn't
up
like
to it.
it.
Why can't you just like?
I can't
movie.
deal with this.
That's fun though. I like spending time with my parents.
Yeah, my mom's fun. My dad's fun too, but he already saw it.
He hated it.
She also ate like the whole like large popcorn all by herself.
Dang.
Maybe cut that. I don't want to make mom sound like a pig.
Oh, she doesn't know
Sorry,
we do
Mom.
a podcast. We haven't told her. She hasn't asked. So.
That's true.
If she doesn't ask, you don't have to tell her. It's not lying.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah. Anyway, that was fun.
No.
I had a fun time. I had a
Cut that.
Wow.
full stop. I had a fun time with my mom though.
Oh, that's
It
good.
was good time. But what are you doing?
I've got a clippy.
I know you do. What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Hogwarts Legacy did a state of play.
Yes, I really. We've
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we want to talk about this for a couple weeks, but it just keeps getting pushed off. But that game looks awesome.
It looks really. We all watched. You probably haven't watched.
No, not me.
Did you guys watch it, Landon and Dave?
I saw the
watched
clips
parts
from
of it. I watched parts of it.
And you didn't like it?
Why dang it! Why aren't you fawning over it right now?
Put me on speakerphone. No, the game looks really good. It looks like everything that you would want out of like a Hogwarts game.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a role-playing game for sure for what it looks like. I hope they have even more that they didn't show about role-playing. I
think so.
I think they might have like a lot of decision-making that you have to do for the story. Yeah. They didn't really show off what decisions you can make in the main story.
Yeah, because that's a big part of the game is you can kind of choose what type of wizard you are. So there was a shot of him like using the killing curse.
Yeah.
So you can like, it seems like you could go pretty dark if you want to.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to see like I really hope they do more than like I hope they do more with the companions than the typical like, oh, they're just side quests. Like I hope they do like I know they can join you for like missions if you are, and maybe there's some dialogue changes there, but I do hope that it's a little more deeper than just do their side quests and then they're completely done. Like, you know, like they have this almost like they interwove the story too if you make certain choices with them, which would be really cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see like how real of characters they feel, or if they just slip into like the, you know, empty computer robot feel.
There's always a chance that happens with any game too. Yeah. So
but no, yeah, the game looks really, really great. You can go, seemingly the map is going to be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go outside of the castle. You can
you can go inside the castle.
And you can go outside. And then you can go back inside. But no, you can like go exploring around like
outskirts of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff.
The outskirts of Hogwarts.
It looks like there'll be...
Why are you hating on the game so much?
Yeah, what? It looks like there'll be dungeons like that you could
just find randomly.
Go through, kind of Zelda-esque.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
The combat looked pretty cool.
Yeah, the way you can mix and match spells was very like I had low expectations for this game because it's a licensed game, and licensed games have only recently gotten like debatably like better. Like the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order comes to mind, where it's like there hasn't been like a big budget Star Wars game that
Spider-Man PS4,
Spider-Man PS4 as well, Guardians of the Galaxy. Like recently, like there haven't been many good ones until recently, and then this comes along and it's like, okay, it's Harry Potter.
Arkham Asylum is kind of what ushered that in. So I mean, it's been around for a while at least, I'd say.
But like
we still get a lot of bad.
I think specifically with the Harry Potter games, though, we've never really got a good Harry Potter game.
And the Harry Potter movies lately too haven't. The Fantastic Beasts, I haven't seen the second one, and I have no interest in seeing the second or third one because of how laughably bad the plot is. They're not terrible movies, I've heard. It's just that
I've heard this. I haven't seen the second one. I've heard the second one's bad.
Yeah.
I'm actually more interested in the third one because it's getting closer to like more interesting stuff, specifically with Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dumbledore, Dumbledore said one time
no.
No. All right,
but
wrap us up.
You're right. I think the game really does look like they put a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of it too reminded me kind of a Bully, Dave, like just going to classes and like learning things and doing puzzles and stuff. And just
there were some things in the video that definitely kind of seemed like you get to kind of do different sort of mini games in classroom settings, which seemed kind of cool. Because I did like those in Bully. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. So I don't know how many classes, but you have like the potions, defense against dark arts.
And do you have to take tests like in Persona? There's like
proof that Landon not listening.
There's like tests you have to like study for. Like I paused and I was like, nobody's gonna say it. I can continue. And then
Mick had it.
Persona. But
the funny thing was
like
to not
tests you have
do
to
it.
study
That's,
for.
you know.
I know, because I paused for a fact.
Guess I'm not funny.
Why don't you think I'm funny?
This is weird.
Anyway, there's tests you have to study for in Persona, and
Persona.
Like I'm hoping. Oh my gosh, I hope that translates over to Hogwarts Legacy, where it's like you have to keep up with schoolwork, and the way Persona does it is really nice because it separates too. Like you have to manage your time well, and that's part of like it's like that one more turn mindset in Civ, that one more day mindset in Persona.
Mhm.
So we'll see how it translates to something that seems a little more action like.
Yeah, it just the setting of the game too. So the setting is late 1800s. I think it's 1890 specifically is the year that you show up, and you show up as a fifth year.
Yeah,
which is weird. I don't know why. Like, was your character in a coma? He woke up and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're a wizard." By the way,
transfer from another school or something.
From what it seems like he's starting like and learning everything. So I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to explain that or what the reasons are. But there's also like some mysterious thing where you have some type of deeper connection with Hogwarts, and you can like channel some power that like your teachers don't understand. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what the point with the character will be.
Also confirmed there will be no microtransactions in the game, so that'll be good.
That's good.
So no more buying,
Only macro transactions.
no more experience.
$40.
Yeah, $40 for a
for one hat.
broomstick.
I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Is it coming out
looks
this
like
year?
a lot of holiday season.
Holiday season, yeah.
Dang.
This year is insane with how many games are coming out.
Yeah, it's gonna get busy. Got something on your arm.
I know.
I just watched. Speaking of another video game thing, I just watched the first episode of Halo.
Oh,
Halo
nice.
TV show.
Ooh.
How was it?
Well, let me say this first. I'm not the biggest like fan of Halo in terms of like my knowledge of Halo. I'm much more knowledgeable in like Red versus Blue, which is not canon at all to Halo.
It should be.
So yeah, it should be. So a lot of the stuff I didn't really get. So as that level of a fan of the games, I actually thought it was fairly good. There is something though in this episode, the first episode, where I think it's pissed off a lot of like diehard Halo fans, and I can understand. Like,
Does he
it's
take his
just
helmet
something-
off?
no,
Is that what? Is that it? Really?
yeah, he takes his helmet off,
Oh,
and you like see his face.
how much you've never seen his face, right? In
No
the games.
I think there was like one comic where it like shows him as a little kid, and he's like a little blonde kid or something. But I think he takes his helmet off in the games. You just never see his face.
Yeah.
So it's not like he can't take it. It's not a Mandalorian thing.
yeah.
But that's actually one reason I thought that they might have done that, is to just try to be different than the Mandalorian, because it's just there's so much like comparison going on.
Similarities,
So that's one reason why I thought that maybe they decided to do that. But honestly, like Master Chief, he like everything looks pretty cool. I think a lot of stuff is practical with the suits, which is cool. I think there's something weird with the quality though, and I think it had to do with my TV. So some of the stuff looked kind of cheap, came across a little low quality, but I think it was my TV's fault. But
It's okay to
Yeah.
blame Paramount Plus though too. Like it might not be your TV's fault. Don't you have a nice TV?
no, it's no. Thanks for calling that. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to continue it just because I have to pay for Paramount Plus. After
Would you
the-
recommend it?
I would recommend it to people who are fans of the games.
What if you're
Or-
not? Like you're just kind of like,
I would say at least give the first episode a try and just see what you think.
okay,
I mean, there's enough there where I'm considering like keeping watching.
oh nice.
But
Very cool.
very cool.
Very cool.
I watched a couple movies last week, not on Paramount Plus. On one was on HBO Max. I watched Kimi,
Hmm.
which was a new. I think it came out this year, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Starring the Zoe Kravitz from the Batman. It's like a thriller about it's like this Alexa type device that it's like a covered up murder that she kind of discovers. She's like a quality control person. Like she goes through like audio recordings like where people like misspeak or having misinterpretations, like like you say like, oh, like Siri do this, and like it's like, oh, like she doesn't get it. So like you go through and listen to them and like correct them. She like, does that for work. And she's also like what's the phobia where you're afraid to leave your like house?
Agoraphobia?
Yeah, I think so. Like so
I
she's
think.
super scared. And it takes place like during it's like supposed to take place during the COVID pandemic. So she's like already like has this in the past, and then she's like super scared to leave the house, and then she's like feeling like she has to go out to like get this information to people. So it's kind of a thriller. Not a very good movie. Like I was very underwhelmed. I mean, she was fine as like the lead, but like everything about it felt pretty So
Not impactful.
nope. I mean, you could find worse things to watch, but probably give it like a 5 out of 10. And then I watched on Netflix. I was really excited for this one. It's called Windfall, which has Jason Segel, Jesse Plemons, and then Lily Collins, I believe is
Lily Collins.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's I think this was made during COVID also. That's essentially the entire cast is these 3 characters. Basically, Jason Segel is like breaks into this tech billionaire's house, who is the character played by Jesse Plemons. He breaks into this house and he's just kind of like just rummaging through it, and he's going to leave, and then he decides to kind of like take some jewelry and some money on the way out. And Jesse Plemons and his wife, the Lily Collins actress, they show up. They're not supposed to be. They show up back from like vacation or something early, and it's kind of this like cat and mouse, like hostage situation. As they're like, he's trying to get money from them, but the acting's really good, but the writing I felt was really on the nose. Like it was like trying to make a bunch of points about like
Just too obvious.
like points about like wealth and like pretentious people, and like it just felt really like it could have used some better writing.
Yeah,
like it could.
Subtlety is hard. Like subtlety is very important when it comes to like social commentary.
Yep, and it just whiffed on it. Yeah. Like it was way too on the nose. Like, which is too bad because like the premise was really good, but it felt like a movie that like I actually had to watch it in 2 sittings because I got like 45 minutes and I was like too tired to watch it. So
Jason Segel is like the antagonist.
No, not. I mean, there's not really any good guys or bad guys. He is the person breaking in. Jesse Plemons is like the rich, like douchey tech billionaire guy. Sure. Which I like. Jesse Plemons. The acting's fine. Like I like Jesse Plemons and everything he's been in.
Isn't he married to Kirsten Dunst?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
So lucky. Man.
Lucky woman.
They play a couple on Fargo season 2.
Yeah, that's probably where they met, right?
I would assume so. Great show.
Fargo season 2 is so good.
That is like peak television. That's probably like one of the best single seasons.
Speaking of Fargo, Bree and I started Fargo season 4 finally.
Oh,
we're like halfway through.
Chris Rock.
Speaking of Chris Rock,
how do you like it?
He gets slapped in that.
Well, he's like a mob boss in Kansas City in the 50s, so he does like slapping instead of getting slapped. But yeah, it's good so far.
Yeah, it's good.
Halfway through. So
what's his face is in it?
Jason Schwartzman.
Favorite. Yeah, he's in it. And no, the guy that's Justified. He's in Justified.
Oh,
he's in
yeah.
Timothy Olyphant.
He again plays a
sheriff.
Yeah, a sheriff. Also in this show because he's a sheriff or marshal in everything he's in, apparently.
Except for The Office.
No, he was also sheriff there.
No.
What did he play on The Office? I can't remember.
It was like a guest role where he was like being interviewed by Michael, but Michael just like creeps him out, so he just like tries to leave.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a good time. I think he does get hired. He gets hired as like the traveling salesman or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't remember that.
Cool. Well, yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No,
how long have we been going, Dave? I feel like we've been going
an hour.
A long time.
Yeah, so a little over an hour.
It's been 4 hours.
We're in the twilight zone.
4 hours and 20 minutes. I wish Colby would have talked about SeaWorld more, but it's not a big deal.
I wish you didn't talk when I was talking.
You want to talk about Battlefield 1 really quick?
Yeah. Michael, Colby, and I were playing the other day, and it was so much fun. Highly recommend playing it. The end.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody.
It was pretty fun.
For those that are on our $50 Patreon tier, you can play with us.
Yeah, exactly.
We will give out our PS name.
I spawned on Michael, and this was after
you did what?
No, like I spawned with Michael on the map.
Same time.
And we look up, and there's this giant airplane.
Blimp.
That's it.
Zeppelin.
The Zeppelin.
Airship.
Just, like, crashing into
Dirigible.
us and both die. And it was very funny.
Yeah, it was basically the like yeah. What's the movie called?
The Dark Knight Rises.
No.
What?
What's the movie called?
Crashing this plane with no survivors.
What is the movie called? Guys, help me out here.
I have no idea. You don't know what you're talking about.
Up.
No.
With the blimp.
No.
Zeppelin.
Starts with a P.
The power
Last
of the dog.
Crusade.
Prometheus.
Prometheus. Oh,
It
okay.
was the Prometheus
yeah, it
effect
was,
where we
it
were just
was.
running away and just under the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys ran the long way. Like I ran to the left and
elongated
got
way.
out of it. Like
Like if we had taken 3 steps to the right, we would have been totally fine.
But we ran like across the length of the Zeppelin.
We can make it.
Nope. We died horrifically.
The
amount of-
humanity.
That
The
game
amount
is
of
fun,
times I've died by debris is ridiculous. I just keep getting killed by falling debris. I'm so bad at the game. I've got like 27 kills and like 27 deaths and like 10 kills. Anyway, it's a good time even if you suck. So we need to play it more.
It is fun. It's also funny too that the teams are so big that like you see so many funny names.
Yeah.
It's like oh, like you've been killed by so and so.
You've been killed by You So Dumb 55 or
Yeah.
something like that. It's like, all right.
Yeah,
Can't believe I'm spending my free time getting killed by like
children.
Keep my
Yeah,
wife's
when-
name out of your effing mouth.
Yeah.
Just killed you.
Will Smith.
Yeah, like-
right
like
hand.
one
Like, that's gonna be a username that pops up here pretty soon.
I got killed by one kid and I don't remember his username, but the last like it ended in the number and it was 2008, and I was like,
Oh,
like he
no.
must have been born in 2008, and then I was like, oh, he's 14 years old.
Oh man.
That's
Wow.
a big oof.
Speaking of big oof, I think we're done here.
Yeah. Oof.
Oof. Oof. All right. Well,
Dave
thanks
had a
for
good sound effect.
Put that on repeat.
Do it again, Dave.
Oof, 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 oof.
Oh my god.
Here, let's go around in a circle. Ready?
Oof, ooh, oof, ooh.
Wow. Nailed it. All right, guys. Well,
You had
thanks.
both the best oof and the worst oof.
Story of Dave's life.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everybody. And we'll talk to you in 7 days.
Yep. 7
Bye.
days. Bye-bye.
Starting now.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Why'd you count from 3?
Yeah, why do you count after he said now? Okay,
God
let's do
bless.
it again. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, ooh.
No, you're supposed to say now. Like,
Oh, now.
Now. Ready? Now.
Now.
You only say it once.
Why are you
okay.
trying to go
I'm gonna
fast?
stop
so
recording.
bad at
This
this.
is
Ready?
bad.
1, 2, 3. Now.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.